Industry is our new topic that we are going to cover. Chapter number 4, that is really a very interesting chapter. So let us go through the chapter. So an industry is an economic activity related to the production of the goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of the service. For example, manufacturing like textile industry, that is an industry. Mining is there, coal industry, services like the tourism industry. Basically, industry is an economic activity where it is related to the production of the goods, right? And extraction of minerals also, and then the providing services also. That is called industries. Now, industries are classified on the basis of raw material, size, and ownership. So, industries are classified to better understand their nature, raw material use, and the product they make. These help in planning, organizing, and managing them efficiently. Okay, so that's why industries are just based on these materials, like the raw materials and the size and the ownership. So let us see on the basis of the raw material how these industries are divided. So this classification of industries based on raw material help in understanding how industries are structured, their resource needs, and their relationship with agriculture, mining, and other sector. So here industries is based on raw material and it help in understanding the industry structure. Okay, what type of industry is this? Then what resources they are just using and what is their relationship with the agriculture, mining, or other sector. So first, that is based on raw material is agro-based industries. So these industries use plant and animal based raw material. For example, textile industries, it use cotton, jute, wool, silk. Sugar industry use sugarcane. Food processing use fruits, vegetables, milk, meat, and vegetable oil industry use mustard, soybean, sunflower, etc. So key raw materials are the cotton, jute, sugarcane, oilseed, milk, fruits, and vegetable. So these industries use plant and animal based raw material. That's why it is called agro based industry. Second industry is mineral based industry. So these industries use minerals and metals as raw material. For example, iron and steel industries. Cement industries, aluminium, copper, and zinc smelting, machines, tools, and engineering industries. Here, key raw materials are iron ore, coal, bauxite, limestone, copper, etc. So, basically, these are mineral based industries, right? Where the raw materials are the minerals and metals. Third is forest-based industries. So this use forest product as raw material. For example, paper industry use wood, pulp, bamboo. Furniture industry use timber. Lac and resin industries, plywood and matches. So here the key raw materials are wood, bamboo, resin, lac and leaves. So these are forest-based industries. Then marine-based industries. These rely on product from the sea and oceans. For example, seafood processing, fish oil productions, pearl and coral industries, seaweed-based product manufacturing, example, agar-agar. So key raw materials are fish, prawn, seaweed, etc. So these are the industries based on the raw material that it may be a marine base, it may be forest base, it may be metal base, or it may be agro based industries. Now second, on the base of on size, the industries are divided into small scale industries and large scale industries. So industries are classified based on size to understand their scale of operations, investment, employment, and production capacity. So first of all is the small scale industry. As the name indicates, it is small. It uses moderate capital and manpower, often labor intensive. Investment low to moderate. Employ maybe 10 to 50 workers. And characteristics of small scale industries: serve both local and regional markets, less automated, more manual labor, often located in rural or semi-urban areas. Example is garment unit, printing press, food processing. So these are small scale industries. Now large scale industries operate with large capital, advanced technology and a large workforce. Investment is high. Employment, so the people those who are working here, the employees are more than 100 plus or 250 plus. Characteristics of large scale industries: highly automated and capital intensive, produce for national and international market, require large infrastructure and power supply. Example, steel plant, automobile manufacturing, electronics, petrochemicals, right? So these are large scale industries. So these are very much highly automated, machine based and capital, large amount of capital is used here. Now, based on ownership, industries are classified based on ownership to understand who controls, manages and finances the industry. This classification helps in identifying the role of the government, private individuals and cooperative groups in industrial development and economic contribution. So as per on the base of ownerships, the industries are divided into private sector industries, then joint sector industries and cooperative sector industries. So first of all, private sector industries. Industries that are owned, controlled and operated by individuals or private companies with the main objectives of earning profit are private sector industries. So the key features of private sector industries are owned by private individuals or corporations, run for profit, decision made by owners or shareholders, operate in competitive markets, often innovative and efficient. And we can take the example like Reliance Industries and Tata Motors. These are private sector industries. Joint sector industries, industries that are jointly owned and operated by the government and private individuals or companies. Here, partnership between public and private sector you will see. Government often has majority or equal stake. Combine efficiency of private sector with public interest. Use in strategic or local large scale industry. For example, Oil India Limited, GAIL India Limited. So these are the example of large scale industries, right? Here the public and the private sector both are involved and they combine efficiently, just serve for the private sector with public interests. Third is the cooperative sector industries. Industries that are owned, managed and operated by a group of individuals, often producers or workers, who voluntarily form a cooperative society. Key feature: based on the principle aim at mutual help, not just profit. Profit are shared among members, often found in rural or agricultural sector, for example, Amul Milk Cooperative, right? So these are cooperative sectors where often the producers and the workers work together, they own, manage and operate it together and share the profit also, isn't it? And it is found in rural or agricultural sector. So this is the division of the industries on the base of ownership, that is the private sector and the joint sector. And on the basis of size, we have seen small scale industries and large scale industry. And on the basis of raw material, we have seen agro-based agriculture, mineral-based industries, forest-based industries and marine-based industries. Now, factors affecting location of industries. Okay, so few factors are there, they affect the location of industry. First of all is the raw material. It reduces transportation cost and ensure regular supply. Example, iron and steel industries. Okay, so raw material is one of the important factor that affect the location of industry as it reduces transportation cost and ensure regular supply. Second important factor is the power. Industry need continuous power for machines and production. Example, aluminum smelting near hydroelectric power sources. Third is transport. Easy movement of raw material and finished good. Example, port-based industries like oil refineries are near the coastal areas. So transportation should be easy for them. Then labor is also one of the major factor. Industries need skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled worker. Example, textile industries in India are located mostly where cheap laborers is available. Example, Surat. Then market is also needed for industry. Market proximity reduces cost of transportation and help in quicker sales. Example, consumer good industries near urban areas or cities. Capital, availability of finance from bank, investors or government. Example, metropolitan cities attract more industries due to better access to financial institutions. And finally, land. Land, that is good infrastructure, support industrial growth. It includes warehousing, industrial park, internet, logistic support. So these are the 7 important factors that affects the location of industry. Okay, raw material should be there, power should be there, availability of transport, labor, market, capital and land. Now we will see what is an industrial system. An industrial system refers to the complete set of process and components involved in producing goods or services in an industry. It includes the input. Now what is the input here? That is the raw material, labor, power, capital. Process, that is the manufacturing, assembling and weaving. And output, that are the finished good and the waste material that work together like parts of a machine to create a finished product. It is an industrial system that refer to a complete set of process and component involved in producing goods or services in an industry. Okay, so this is an industrial system. So here is the input, the process and the output. Now what is an industrial region? As the name indicates, that it may be a region where industries are there, right? So an industrial region is a geographical concentrated area where many industries are located, often with shared infrastructure, labor and resources. These regions develop due to the availability of raw materials, transport, energy, labor and market access, and they usually contribute significantly to the economy. Okay, so it is a geographical concentrated area where many industries are located. Major industrial regions of the world are Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe and Asia. And in India, Mumbai Pune Industrial Region, Hooghly Industrial Region, Bangalore Tamil Nadu Industrial Region, Gujarat Industrial Region, Chota Nagpur Industrial Region, Delhi Meerut Region and Visakhapatnam Guntur Region. So these are the major industrial regions in India. Now what is an industrial disaster? An industrial disaster is a sudden major accident that occurred in an industrial area, causing serious damage to life, property and the environment. It is usually caused by chemical leak, explosion or equipment failure. Example, the Bhopal gas tragedy in the year 1984 in India is one of the worst industrial disasters caused by a gas leak. Now, what are the risk reduction measures that we can take to avoid this industrial disaster? Densely populated residential areas should be separated far away from the industrial areas. People staying in the vicinity of the industry should be aware of the storage of toxic or hazardous substance and their possible effects in case if any accident occurs. Fire warning and fighting system should be improved. Storage capacity of toxic substances should be limited. Pollution dispersion qualities in the industry should be improved. So these are the measures that can be taken to avoid industrial disaster. Now distribution of major industries. The world major industries are the iron and steel industry, the textile industry and the information technology. Iron and steel industries, Germany, USA, China, Japan, Russia, these countries are very much famous. Textile industry, India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan and Taiwan. Information technology, the Silicon Valley of Central California and the Bangalore region of India. Okay, so these are the major industries in the world. Now as we proceed, we have seen steps has been just given in the textbook about the steel manufacturing. So what are the steps in steel manufacturing? Iron ore processing. Iron ore is crushed and mixed with limestone and coke. Blast furnace operation. The mixture is heated in a blast furnace to produce molten iron. Basic oxygen furnace or electric furnace is used. Carbon and impurities are removed from molten iron. Alloying elements like manganese, nickel may be added to make different types of steel. Casting and shaping. The molten steel is cast into ingots, slab or sheet. In this way, steel is manufactured. Now, why steel is called the backbone of modern industries? Because it is a foundation for other industry. Steel is essential for building machines, tools, vehicles, factories and infrastructure. Secondly, it is used in construction and transport. Railway, bridges, buildings and ships all require steel. Third, supports heavy and light industries. Steel is needed in industries like automobiles, engineering, defense and household appliances. And last, economic development indicator. A country's steel production reflects its industrial and economic growth. That's why steel is called the backbone of modern industries. Now, Jamshedpur versus Petersburg steel industry. So let us see the Jamshedpur and Petersburg steel industry, right? So country, Jamshedpur is located in India while Petersburg is located in the United States. Year of establishment. The steel plant in Jamshedpur was established in 1907 by the Tata Group. Petersburg steel industry developed in the late 1800th century. Raw material availability. Jamshedpur has iron ore from Naumundi mines and coal from Jharia nearby, whereas Petersburg gets iron ore from Lake Superior and coal from the Appalachian region. Transportation facilities. Jamshedpur is well connected by road and rail. Petersburg has excellent river, Oyo River and rail transport system. Water supply. Jamshedpur receives water from the Subarnarekha and Karkhai rivers, whereas Petersburg is located at the confluence of the Monongahela and Allegheny rivers. Labor force. Jamshedpur employ local tribal people and migrants from other states, whereas Petersburg steel industry was supported by immigrants, especially from Europe. And current status, Jamshedpur Tata Steel is still active and one of the India's largest steel producers, whereas Petersburg steel industry has declined and the city has shifted to technology and service industry. So if comparison has been asked in the examination, you can write these points also. Now, advantages of iron and steel industry. It is the foundation of industrial development, generate employment, boost other industries, promote economic growth and encourage urbanization. So basically this is our chapter industries, where we have seen how industries have been divided and classified as per the raw material, size and ownership. Then what are the factors that are affecting location of the industries. Then what is industrial system, industrial region, industrial disasters, then distribution of major industries, steps in steel manufacturing. Steel is called the backbone of modern industry, and Jamshedpur versus Petersburg steel industries. So chapter was interesting. I have tried to cover each and every point and make it in a short and easy way, simple way, so that you may go through the chapter in a very just easy way, right? So this was for this video. If you have watched until the end, then thank you so much for watching the video.